a vibe about a place and an audience, and like, this is gonna be awesome, and it's not. And sometimes it's the other way, like, I am in a bad mood, and it's great. But I knew, I came in here and I was like, all right, something about this place just feels like it's gonna be like hanging out in someone's living room, except that it's really big and you can't touch us. Unless you pay a lot of money, and then you can touch us. No, but yeah, it feels really great in here, and I feel like it's kind of like I could tell stories in here. Like I could just come here and tell you stories and not sing anything. How's that sound? Gosh darn it! This next song, I want to tell you a little story leading up to this song. So, I love Christmas. I love the holidays. When do I start watching Christmas movies?
Ember.
Play it again.
When the months end in ember.
Yes, like September. October throws me off, who cares? September, November, December, Ember months. And I actually started watching in August last time, but they have to watch all the tour bus with me for things. Anyway, so I love the holidays, and I'm obsessed with everything that has to do with Christmas. And so when I was asked to sing on a float on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, I said yes. Except that I didn't sing it. Don't judge me. It wasn't my choice. In the contract, it's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you cannot sing live. Everything is sung to a track. And I've never sung to a track before. I don't think I ever will again, hopefully. But so I said, yes, that's fine. I guess I'll just hold the mic in front of my face and maybe nobody will know. But as it approached, I got more and more nervous, and I was practicing singing my own music in front of a mirror, matching my own breaths. Like, oh, you breathe there, you breathe, okay. And when the actual day came, I got no sleep. I got like 3 hours of sleep, and I had to get up at a really early hour to have my hair and my makeup done, because it takes a really long time to look decent. So they're spraying me with stuff and adding all this hair, and I have these like Armani loaned me this fancy coat, and so, you know, I was like, okay, I'm playing the part of a famous person, even though I'm not, and I'll get on this float and I'll wave, and it's gonna be awesome. And it was like me and like the picture for the Yankees, and Avril Lavigne, and CeeLo Green, and the float right in front of me with the Muppets, like, big deal, you guys. But so it was like, one of these things is not like me. One of these things does not belong. There's CeeLo Green, and Avril Lavigne, and the Muppets, and Ingrid Michaelson. And the Rockettes, and Ingrid Michaelson. So there I am on a float waving, and everyone's like, who are you? Who is she? The kid was like, the float, like the whole parade stopped at one point, and you're just kind of waving at the same, 5,000 people, and you're like, hey, and they're as close to me as you are, and if you said something, I could hear you, and but they don't think that we can hear them, so this one kid goes, I don't know who she is. And I gave him a dirty look, he's like, but you hot, you hot. Smiling, and I kid around, but the experience was really amazing, because I think they said there were 6 million people at the parade in New York City that year. And they're not only lining the streets, and as you go to an intersection, just halfway down a New York City block, so like 3,000 people this way, 3,000 people this way. And then you go through streets where there's, apartment buildings and businesses, and people are hanging out of balconies, and they're just everywhere. So it was a really out-of-body experience. I'm floating down, there's little kids dressed up as like firemen and nurses on my float, and me in an Armani coat, and I'm waving, it makes a lot of sense. We get to the end, and I'm all like flustered because I've been waving at all these people, and no one knew who I was, and one kid said I was hot, and there's a kid in a fireman outfit behind me, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget my lyrics. And so by the time I get to to the actual, where they're filming for the actual parade, I'm like completely nervous out of my brain. And I'm like, look at the cameras, sing to the camera. I'm like, oh God. Okay, so I have my microphone, and I start lip syncing. I'm singing, but nobody can hear me, but I'm singing to my own voice. And I'm like, this is so weird, but I'm doing it. And I look over at the fireman kid, he's like, yeah, you're doing it. And then, a very important bit of information I managed to forget that the stage manager told me the night before. He's like, you know, before you're done with your song, they're going to cut to a wide angle, and then the float's going to jolt. It's going to take a hard jolt. So you might, I'm not even paraphrasing, you might want to brace yourself because you'll fall. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. It was out the other year. So I'm singing, fireman friend, yeah. Almost done with the song, almost in the clear. The float, it does indeed jolt over, and I'm not bracing myself, and I'm wearing very high heels, and I fall. But when I say I fall, it was more like I took a really weird, awkward, gigantic step to the left, and like fell against like the little railing that was around me. And in my head, I'm like, wait, oh God, okay, maybe if I take another giant step in the other direction, and then back and forth, and I look like I'm doing this weird like dance. There's a time that, you know how like, it was like a near-death experience, like the things that go through your head, like I don't know. I was like, God, maybe I can swing my body the other way, or maybe I can like do a turn, and like a turn move. And then I realized there was just no time for that, so instead all I did was flail my arm out to point at the kid, fireman, and I was like, look at that fireman kid! And then I was like, now I'm gonna go the other way! And then they were like, cut, and I was just, I was like, wait, like you're done, you're gone, I'm like, wait, and that was it. And I got home to my parents' house. They live in Staten Island. It was like 45 minutes. I walk up the stairs, and you know, I'm like, maybe no one saw. Maybe nobody saw me fall over to the side and gesture to the child. But no, because the first thing my mother asked me was, "Did you fall?" Yes, mother. Yes. So that's what this song means to me now. It means embarrassing myself in front of millions of Americans. Show at a time, and I think we're almost there. I think the embarrassment is almost totally gone. Unless you go to YouTube and watch it, which you can. But no one's gonna fall, and no one's gonna lip sync tonight. Here it is for you, Blood Brothers.